I'm at Little Prince of Oregon, who is a grower right in the valley here in Oregon. I'm with Mark. And Mark, you know, we all love to have a little piece of woodland or native areas in our gardens, and you really picked a beautiful group of plants for us.
So what we've got here is variegated Solomon's seal, which is a cool shade plant. We would call this a woodland plant. It's not necessarily native to the Pacific Northwest, but they're hardy to zone 4. They need part to full shade, and I love the variegated foliage. I mean, I'm a sucker for variegated foliage.
The green one's beautiful too.
Yeah, it is.
But it is,
yeah.
And they're kind of past bloom, but the foliage still looks nice this time of year.
Yeah, yeah.
Really nice. And then really, so this is truly a native in the area.
Truly native. This is sword fern.
Beautiful.
And ferns make great backbone plants for shade areas, integrating them with hosta and epimedium and other things like that. So sword fern will give you a plant with some size.
Right. Kind of big.
Yeah, so I love them. I mean, we grow a lot of sword ferns and sell a lot.
And they're evergreen, which is nice too.
Yeah. This is deer fern, which is a little bit smaller, also evergreen. I've always liked, I don't know why, but I've liked the foliage of deer fern. They kind of lay out a little bit flat and just, yeah, it's a cool plant.
Maybe for a smaller garden, because the sword fern's going to get so big.
Yeah, sword fern's going to get big. This is going to be somewhat smaller. Maidenhair fern is also going to be relatively small.
So delicate.
So deer resistant, which is a great thing about ferns.
Right.
I don't know why they call this one deer fern, but it's deer resistant.
Right. And all ferns, I think they really bring such a texture to the garden too. Look there's 3 distinct plants, but they're all different texture.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yep.
And then this is kind of a different texture, this round leaf.
Yeah, this is a hardy ginger.
Beautiful.
Asarum is the genus of it, and it is also a great woodland plant. It gets a kind of a hard to find flower.
You really have to
look
for
you have to
them.
look for the flowers, and the flowers are actually pollinated by slugs, which might be one useful thing for slugs.
Definitely.
If you're having trouble finding slugs to pollinate your asarum, you could drizzle them with a little Dos Equis, and it'll probably bring in
more slugs.
Yeah, yeah.
And then a colorful plant. Sometimes native and woodland plants aren't the most colorful in the warmer time, so that's beautiful.
Colorful and also sun-loving. This is Lewisia, which was actually named after Lewis and Clark, Meriwether Lewis. They're alpine plants. They need a lot of drainage, but I love the color of these.
Wow,
and
they're beautiful.
We grow several different varieties of Lewisia, and yeah.
Yeah, they're nice. In a container, they're nice too, because then you can control the drainage more.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're beautiful. Mark, if our viewers want to find your plants at independent garden centers, where can we find them?
So always look for the frog on our tags. That's the first thing. And so we do a lot of branding at Little Prince, and so some of our tags say native ground, and those would be native plants. The ferns would be in a group that we call Made in the Shade.
Okay.
So it's a black tag with the frog on it. These belong to our Fit for a King line, as does the Solomon seal. So yeah, just look for the frog, and that's always the way to tell Little Prince plants.
If you have any other questions, go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over their website. They have a really great one with lots of information about their plants. Thanks so much, Mark.
You're welcome.